Aaron Judge has done it. Segue, as he hit number 62. And if you've been waiting for that moment when you can kind of kick Barry Bonds to the curb, you got it last night, right? In your mind. The new single-season home run record, at least for the Yankees. And a right-handed hitter, it belongs to Aaron Judge. If you go to danpatrick.com, we celebrate the moment there at danpatrick.com. A lot of great things there. Stat of the day brought to you by Panini America, the official trading cards of the Dan Patrick Show. Yes, Fritzy is off today for the religious holiday, but he will be back tomorrow, which sounds like a threat. Michael Kay was on the call for the Yankees last night, and he will join us coming up in an hour from now. This is how it sounded last night.
Judge hitting .310 after the one hit in game one. High fly ball, deep left. There it goes, soaring into history. He's done it. He has done it. 62. Aaron Judge is the American League single-season home run leader. The AL King. Case closed.
What Judge has done this season is more impressive than we've seen in recent memory. It's a remarkable season, still plenty of controversy surrounding this single-season record. And it's a complex history because Major League Baseball made it complex. Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Roger Maris, Babe Ruth. And in the world of sports, we love to compare all-time greats. We love to compare generations. But after a while, it's like, okay, LeBron and Michael Jordan. You're not changing your mind. It's like politics. You're not changing your mind. And when it comes to the all-time home run champ, maybe you're not changing your mind either. Arguments to be made for both sides or all sides with the single-season home run record, but what Judge has done is remarkable. So instead of arguing over stats and generations and players who played in different decades, how about we do something different? How about we just enjoy the moment? An incredible season by Aaron Judge. If you don't want to get into the weeds here on who's the all-time single-season home run champ, that's okay. And even if you do, just remember, celebrate. Because it was a remarkable moment for him. And a lot of pressure on him as well. Because there was nobody going neck and neck with him. You know, McGwire and Sosa had each other to be spurred along. Press conferences every day. But Judge trying to do it. You're trying to win a division. Now trying to go for a triple crown. You're a Yankee trying to do it as a Yankee. Now it becomes bigger than life. But you've bet on yourself. Free agency looming. You got the playoffs here. Are you going to stay a Yankee? So there was a lot going on. Were pitchers going to pitch to him? The Rangers said they were going to pitch to him. They did. And he ended up hitting the home run. Yeah, Seton.
Not to be Debbie Downer.
Oh, no. Here we go.
But part of me, while over the last week or two, has been, and then last night, again, it hit me, why are we making such a big deal out of this?
Well, because he's a Yankee.
I mean, I get all of the reasons that you just laid out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's you're like, there it is. History has been made. We have a new American League home run leader.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's cool to see. It hasn't happened very often that somebody hits 62 home runs in a season. But it's not the record.
I think it's because we feel like what we saw was real. That's it.
Yeah, but I definitely watched Barry Bonds hit a ton of home runs.
I know, but how real was it? Yes, he did hit those home runs. Lance Armstrong won those Tour de France's. McGwire hit those home runs. Sosa hit those home runs. But are they real? How real?
Every single one of them.
They were enhanced home runs. This just feels like, hey, my conscience is clear. Now I can go, Aaron Judge is the single-season home run champ. But this is where it gets tricky. And then we don't enjoy what the moment was or is. And you're right. Maybe this is a, let's clean the slate. Now we're okay. It's like Albert Pujols. Hey, what we're watching, that's real. We can celebrate that. I don't know if it's real. I hope it is. But I hope McGwire was real. I hope Sosa was real. I knew Bonds wasn't real. But this is a moment where I think as a baseball fan, you look at it and you go, that's remarkable. That's a big, big deal to do what he did. Now, you can say, well, other guys hit more home runs. They did. Those guys who hit more home runs are not going to be in the Hall of Fame. So there's something attached to that. This feels like what you saw was real. And as a sports fan, that's what you want. I mean, if we want fiction, we can find fiction. Sports, we want nonfiction. We want to know that's real, what we saw. Yeah, Paul.
I heard Buster Olney, the baseball reporter, this morning say, I want to get on record. Oh, Barry Bonds is the all-time home run king. But what Aaron Judge did is more impressive because there is steroid testing. There's consequences if you get caught. Also, he is doing it against the lowest hitting time in the recent generation. Like, it's harder to get on base now. It's harder to make contact. And the balls, people are saying, have been deadened in some way.
Yeah.
So he says it's more impressive what he did, but he doesn't consider him the home run king.
And I know a lot of people want to point out and say this is the greatest season of all time. I have more of a problem with people trying to, somehow classify this as the greatest single season of all time. That's hard to do because I don't even know if it's better than what Shohei Ohtani did last year. And granted, he didn't play in any important games, but he still did something that's never been done before in the history of the game. We've had Triple Crown winners. Nobody's done what Ohtani did. And then you go back in history, there's a lot of great individual performances. Here's Aaron Judge on what it felt like hitting number 62.
Aaron, after you hit 61 in Toronto, you said that it was a relief to have that past you. How much of a relief is this one?
Oh, it's a big relief. I think everybody can finally sit down in their seats and watch the ball game. It's been a fun ride so far. Getting a chance to do this with the team we got, the guys surrounding me, the constant support.
If you watch the highlight and the people behind home plate as Judge is getting ready to swing, there is a girl who's taking drink orders. And she walks in front of a couple of women, and she's probably saying, can I get you a beer, gin and tonic? And there's a draw! They're like looking around her.
Craning their necks.
Yeah. Wait, what's going on? You would think that they would say to this poor girl who's taking drink orders, don't go out there while Aaron Judge is at the plate.
I paid $15,000 for these seats, and now I can't see.
And the guy who caught the ball gave the ball back to Aaron Judge.
I don't know that that's true. We're trying to find it. It appears he went back and talked to the Yankees or got it verified, but there's mixed reports on whether he walked with it or not.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the actual catch?
Yeah.
So there was a guy in a Yankee jersey and about 3 or 4 other people like in direct line where they don't even have to move for the ball.
Yeah.
The guy who ended up catching it, it appears he's left-handed. So he's got the mitt on his right hand. He's looked like a pretty good-sized guy. I'm going to go about 6'1", about 210.
Is he as big as Frankie Lasagna?
About that same size.
Okay.
He goes across, kind of does a little bit of a shoulder, and puts his mitt in front of the 3 people and just steals it legally. It's a hell of a play.
Okay. There was a guy who jumped out of the stands, too, and I thought it was a smart move on his part. I don't know if that's 10 feet, but I guess he's okay. There's an injury update, and I guess he's okay. He jumped down just in case the guy who was going to try to catch the ball dropped it. It went down in between the fence and the stands. That's his. He's got it. And I guess the estimates were around $2 million for that baseball. Yes, Seton.
Did we just do a poll question last week about, would you break your ankle to get that ball or something? That guy may have really put that to the test.
Yes. He looked like he was willing to do that. But you can see him, he's got to make, a calculated move here that he sees it. And, the ball's not a deep home run. And once the ball is in the air, he gets ready to leap down to the field. And he was going to clean it up. He had that whole area. Very, very smart, calculated move there by him. But the ball didn't go down. Stayed in the guy's glove. Yes, Paul?
Yeah, that fan was kind of like the trailing receiver on a Hail Mary. Hopefully it gets batted and you pick up the scraps and take it in for the winner. I loved it.
All right, so Judge hit 62. I guess he's going to play today because he's trying to win the Triple Crown. And these games all start by 4 o'clock today. And then it'll be over, and then we got playoff baseball coming up.